everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am scrapping an old holiday photo of my daughter. I've pulled in some individual sheets of pattern paper and then solid cardstock to start because I'm not too sure what I want to do with it. I end up deciding on using the black cardstock as a background border, and then I use the tree pattern paper as a secondary border, but I cut out the center to conserve a little bit of the paper just because I'm sure I can use it on another layout. So when I adhere this to the black cardstock, I leave about a 1/2 inch all the way around the layout. And then I bring in this specialty red cardstock. It has a fabric feel to it, and then it has the textured dots throughout. Because of the fabric quality, I have a hard time adhering it down to the layout. I start with my gun and it wasn't working, so I end up using some red double-sided adhesive tape, which is from Recollections. I believe I got this one from Michael's. Excuse me. I think I'm getting a little cold, you guys, so I might clear my throat here and there. I do apologize ahead of time. I thought I would use this snowflake red paper, but it had an off-white tint to it, and I didn't like what it looked like against the white tree paper. I do find this gray polka dot paper, and it worked well. I thought it worked well because of the red polka dot paper, and I used my Cricut design space to cut out a snowflake design. I decide to step away from it, and then I pull in some washi tape. It's Recollections red glitter washi tape. I also purchased this one at Michael's. I use it to offset the black. I was going to do it all the way around, but I wanted to see what it looked like from just top and bottom first, and I really liked how it turned out, so I leave it at that. I go back to the snowflake, and I have this idea of stitching it. I've seen people stitch on their layouts. I've done faux stitching, but this time I wanted to actually try real stitching, and but I heard it takes time, and I thought that I could get it done fairly quickly. However, I don't make you guys watch it just because it does take me 2 movies. I sit down, I watch a movie, I'm not done, so I put it on another one, so I'm assuming it's about 4 hours, give or take. I'm not very good at multitasking, so I did end up taking breaks here and there. So it took me about 4 hours. But this is the finished product, and I think that it turned out fabulous. Well worth the time, you guys. It gives the layout texture, and the dimension on it is it's fabulous. It still needs more, so what I end up doing is cutting out and I offset it on the Cricut design space, and then I cut a solid one in white, and that just helps it pop more. I'm not going to do anything more. I'm gluing it down with the Nuvo glue. I didn't use a lot of glue, but I had to almost double glue it here and there on some spots just because of the thread in the back. It wasn't a solid flat surface, so I had to add a little more glue on certain areas. I bring in the fun foam to make the photos pop up, just because, again, that the fabric does give some dimension, and I had to go above it. I use these Sequins alphabet stickers. They've been in my stash for quite a while. I don't know who they're by. I don't know where I got them. But I think they add to my layout. And then I use 2 clear rulers just to make sure that this is how I'm going to want the title. So once I figure out where I want the placement, I adhere them down. And then that allows me to go back and adhere the snowflake, and then also the pictures. So once I get that done, I actually think I was done with the layout, but it also felt like something was missing to me. So what I end up doing is I bring in a tag, which I cut out from the Cricut. Now, I thought it was really cute because it had a snowflake, but I tried to make it work and nothing I backed it with was making me happy. So I cut it, and then I used my round border punch to just finish those off. I didn't want to leave a hole in the tag, so I added ribbon. It's just basic red ribbon that has a satin look to it. I also bring in some sequins just to make it look like there's snowfall with that big snowflake on the layout. I think I was getting a little carried away with my sequins because not only did I add the silver, but I come in with the black and I get those all laid on the layout and I stare at it for a moment and I decide I don't like it. So what I do is I start shifting all the sequins to each side of the layout, and that also doesn't make me happy. So I end up just getting rid of that idea. I did like it when the silver sequins were just on the layout. So in my mind, that's where I'm going to go. I just kind of put it aside for a minute while I get this tag finished off. I bring in the pewter gray from Close to My Heart ink pad, and I ink the edges and then put the date, not the exact date, but December 2011 is what I date the layout with. Get that adhered on the corner because that's where I like it. And then I come back in with the silver sequins. Not as many as I started with, but this will finish the layout, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned for a few still shots, and I will see you Wednesday with another layout. Until then, take care and stay crafty. Bye.